Hola clase. Feliz jueves. You've got another quiz today over your vocab unit 8. Remember I told you at the beginning you're having a vocab quiz on Tuesday and Thursday, all vocab, trying to get some quiz grades in there for you to help your grades out. Alright, all over vocab unit 8. Alright, we're going to do some review today after your quiz, and then we're going to take new notes. Okay, so let's review first after you've done your quiz. Alright, review. How do you say someone or something is more whatever than? What do you use? Más, then adjective, adverb, noun, and then que. So, Jimmy Johnson maneja más rápidamente que SpongeBob. To say Jimmy Johnson drives faster than SpongeBob. In English, we have an er. In Spanish, it's always more or less than with irregulars, which is most of them, all but four. All right, what about to say someone or something is less whatever than? Menos, adjective, adverb, noun, and then que. So Justin Bieber is menos guapo que Chris Hemsworth. Remember, if it's an adjective, you're going to make it agree with the first comparison that you write. Okay, these two are the ones you use most of the time. For irregulars, do not do this. Okay, one of those is better than. What is that? Mejor que. Remember, mejor is your adjective. It can be plural if what you are comparing first is plural. Example, Alatuna es mejor que Harrison. All right, what about worse than? Another irregular. Peor que. Peor is your adjective, nothing in between. It can be plural if whatever comes first is plural. Ejemplo, los gatos son peores que los gatos. Oop, there it is, it's plural because gatos is plural. Peores is plural. Los gatos son peores que los perros. Cats are worse than dogs. All right. Older than. Another irregular. Mayor que. Mayor can be plural if what you are comparing first is plural. All right. Mi auto es mayor que el auto de Mateo. My car is older than Mateo's car. Okay. Menor que is younger. Menor can be plural if what you're comparing first is plural. Liam es menor que Chris. All right, those are your comparisons. We did, I forgot to add the qualities. Your as, whatever as, is your tan, adjective or adverb, and then como. And then your as much is a form of tanto that must agree with the noun that comes next. And then como. All right? All right, now your new notes. Make sure you have downloaded the superlative note sheet so that we can fill these in. We did comparisons. Now we're doing superlatives. If your comparisons are your more or less or your superlatives are your best, your ests. Okay? Here we go. In order to express a superlative in Spanish, I'm going to give you the main ones first. Okay, you've got subject, then verb, and then your the. All your superlatives, and even in English, use the. Put your the, then your noun, then your más or menos, then your adjective. And if there's more to the sentence, then you're going to have de, and then the rest of the sentence. So, let me give you an example. And it's color-coded for you, too, for each one. Ana es la estudiante más inteligente de la clase. Ana is my subject. Got my verb es. Sometimes, remember in Spanish, those two combine because the verbs in Spanish, your endings give you your subjects. Then I've got the. Always have the in a superlative. Then the noun, and then your más or menos. In this case, I wanted más. Then your adjective, and I completed the sentence in the class. So de la clase. Ana is the cleverest or smartest student in the class. Okay, now sometimes that noun can be omitted. We do it in English too. Okay, if I were to say Juan es el menos serio de la clase, he's the least serious in class, one comes through in translation. Okay, I don't necessarily have to say student, but it is implied, and since it is implied, My the is still matching the noun, even though that noun is not there, it's just implied. All right, another example. Elena es la más cómica de la clase. If Elena is the funniest in class, she's now female, so student would now be feminine, so that's la. All right, or los muchachos son los más simpáticos de la escuela. It's now plural. The boys are the nicest students, still implied, in the school. So students is plural and masculine, so my the is plural and masculine. Okay, that's your regular. That's what's used most of the time, just like in your comparisons. You use más or menos. Your superlatives use más or menos for regulars. Don't forget your these. Subject, verb, the, noun, sometimes, and then your más o menos adjective. Finish the sentence day. All right. Your irregulars, guess what? They look the same as your irregular comparisons, so it doesn't make it that hard. Okay, best is going to use mejor, or the plural version mejores. Worst, peor or peores. Oldest, mayor or mayores. Youngest, menor or menores. The difference is you don't have a K after them, but you do put one of your these in front. Okay, you have a form of the, and then mejor or mejores. Your the, and then peor or peores, etc. The with oldest in this case, and the with youngest. Okay, they're the same ones. Make sure you put your article there, your the, so, and no K after it, so that you know these are superlatives. You know, and I know that they are superlatives. All right, let's practice some. Elena es la mejor estudiante de la clase. Elena is the best student in class. Pedro es el menor de su familia. Pedro is the youngest one in his family. Okay, I didn't put the noun there, but I'm still referring to a noun, and because it's Pedro, it's going to be singular masculine. Okay, youngest child maybe. Okay, all right, we're going to practice some with me. All right, el cuello de la jirafa es, and then you're going to say the longest. So you're saying that the neck of the giraffe is the longest. So the giraffe's neck is the longest. How are you going to say the longest? Okay, el cuello is neck. I've already got my subject, and I've got my verb. I need my the. It's going to be el, because I'm talking about cuello. Okay, and what's the rest of the formula? Más in this case. Longest, más, and what is long? Largo. Okay, el cuello de la jirafa es el más largo. All right, the polar bear. Oops, sorry. El oso polar, which is the polar bear. There should not be two these there. Is the most fierce animal of all. Fierce es feroz. F-E-R-O-Z. Okay? So, el oso polar, that's my subject. I've got my verb. Es, I need my the. I only need one the. Okay? And I'm talking about animals. So, es el, most is más, feroz, and then de los animales. You can put de todos los animales if you want. Okay? Ella es, and then I want the oldest. She is the oldest. Well, because I'm talking about she, my the is going to be feminine. Ella es la mayor. All right, tu abuela es, and I want as kind as. This one I know that these aren't, the rest of these are not superlatives, but we're still practicing them. So tu abuela es tan simpática, because of abuela, como tu abuelo. All right, yo compré as many books as you. Yo compré tantos libros como tú. All right. La chica tiene as many awards as el chico. La chica tiene tantos premios. Premios is awards. Como el chico. All right. Ella tiene more clothes than su hermana. That's what I was looking at. Okay, I was looking ahead. All right. Ella tiene más ropa que su hermana. All right. Tú manejas slower than Sofia. Okay, two different ways you can do this one. Tú manejas, you can say menos rápido que Sofia, not as fast as, or you can say más despacio que Sofia. Either one of those, it says the same thing. It translates to the same thing. Okay, then I've got a little sheet for you called the Oscars. Actually, I'm not going to put the sheet on there. You can just do it from here. You're going to compare different movies, actors, actresses, whatever. You're using superlatives. So you're going to give me a most of a certain group. You can use a movie. You can use an actor, an actress, anything in that. Because they're actors, we're using movies or people who are in the movies. All right? So one superlative to say the most and give me an adjective of a group. One superlative to say the least adjective of a group. Okay, one superlative using best, one using worst, one using oldest, and one using youngest. Again, all dealing with movies or actors. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences, all superlatives to turn in. Okay, as always, email me if you have any questions. Adios.